Does this holiday season ever feel like a rat race that you're not winning? With all of the parties, the gift giving, and all of the things that make up the holiday season, it's easy to get really burned out. And trust me, I have been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and you'd think that at age 65, I know better, but I still find myself overachieving during the holiday season. But this year, we're going to do it differently. And I'm going to share with you some of the things that I'm doing to make my holiday less hectic and more meaningful and less doing and more being together. So join me today as we go through a bunch of different ideas on how to make your holiday less stressful and more memorable. For years, the magic of Christmas meant doing it all. In fact, I overdid so much that one year I ended up in the hospital. That was a wake-up call. In fact, it didn't happen that long ago. And so the memory of being unwell through the Christmas holidays yet again, but this time it was so serious that I ended up in a hospital. It got me thinking that this is a wake-up call. Like, what am I doing here? Let's see if we can bring back the magic of Christmas, the beauty of Christmas, what Christmas is really all about. Set a budget and stick to it. Now, oftentimes I've started without a budget and just started making purchases. Other times I've blown the budget before we even really got started. But in recent years, I've set a budget and I've stuck to it. And what happens is that I do it on a spreadsheet and it helps me to see all of the things. I see what I purchased for the person in recent years because I keep it on the same spreadsheet. I see the budget that I had last year. Do I want to tweak it? Did it work out well? Do I want to reduce it? It goes very nicely. And starting early, it allows me to make purchases when things go on sale. Now, Black Friday is always a good thing, but there are also other times during the year when things go on sale. And if you have that list and you have the budget set out, then you can easily start to make purchases. Starting in October, I would start to fill out my list. I would start to look for the items and start to see if they were on sale. The other thing that I would do in October and November is some DIYs, making things ahead, so that I had some nice stocking stuffers, things that I could easily give if I were called to a party that I wasn't expecting to go to, or if I just needed an extra gift. So those things, like kind of doing it ahead and maintaining a budget, are big in the whole keeping holiday simple and stress-free. Another area that we often go overboard in fact, we were just at a store yesterday and watched two different couples go through the store and literally fill 4 shopping carts top to bottom with items to decorate their home. Now, we don't do that anymore here. Now, there were some years that we did do that, but now we build on what we already have. So we don't buy new ornaments every year. We don't buy all new stuff. We buy a couple things here and there, but we really are not adding to the collection, but actually looking to reduce and refine the collection. We set out the things that we enjoy. And then when I go to put things away at the end of the year, I take note of what we didn't use and often donate those things so that I don't have them rattling around if they're things that we're no longer using. When it comes to baking, there is nothing better than doing a cookie push and collecting cookies from your friends. And that way you only have to make one large batch that you take to share, and you get a whole bunch of different cookies that you can then enjoy over the holiday season. You don't have to host a big party yourself. There are so many different creative ways that you can invite friends over and have a nice time without burning yourself out by having an elaborate party where you make everything from scratch yourself. Trust me, I've been there. I've done that, spending weeks shopping lists and making things and decorating and preparing for the party and then cleaning up afterward. Oh my gosh, talk about a recipe for burnout, especially if you do it more than one time during the holiday season. Now, I have some really fun parties that we've done where I only made one thing. One of the most fun parties that I ever hosted was a wine and hors d'oeuvre pairing competition. I invited each guest to bring an hors d'oeuvre and a wine pairing for a competition. We had a little prize for the winner, and each couple brought their best. And it got very competitive. My friends were creative. They created some beautiful hors d'oeuvres. They paired these wines, and it was just an amazing day. We had so much fun. It was so easy for me because I only had to prepare one hors d'oeuvre and purchase a wine to go with it. And we had so much fun voting and tasting and all those things. So remember that not only is it not about burning yourself out, but it's about the memories that you're creating and the fun that we have. And that party stood out because we had so much fun together, and everyone got a kick out of, trying to make the best hors d'oeuvre and then seeing if they could win the prize. In a prior video, I shared tips on how to put together a holiday wardrobe that won't break the bank and that is versatile, that will help see you through a variety of different types of holiday events. One of the things that I found was that there were times that we would be invited to a party at the last minute, and I would be exhausted. And the last thing I wanted to do was get all dolled up. But having a few go-to comfortable outfits will help make you slide through the holiday with ease and still look amazing. So be sure and check out that video. We'll have it linked for you. During the holidays, sometimes the easiest thing to do is to have someone else do the cooking for you. And, there are some really great restaurants out there or caterers. Now, one of my favorite things to do is, particularly for the Girlfriend Secret Santa, for the holiday book club, is to host at a restaurant. Every guest can pay for their own meal. We get together, we exchange gifts, we have a cup of coffee, we have a nice time together, and no one has to cook, no one has to clean up, and it makes it so much easier. All you have to do is show up, and if you're going to do a Secret Santa, bring the gift along. So don't forget that restaurants and catering are definitely available and so easy. I hope that these tips will help you make the holiday season easier, more relaxing, more joyful. And if you have suggestions of things that you like to do for the holiday season that help eliminate stress and streamline, I would love to hear what you have to say in the comments below. So be sure and share, because we all learn so much from each other. And I hope that this will inspire you to think outside the box, rethink some of the things that you've done year after year. And I hope that you have the happiest and brightest holiday season this year.